So welcome, Crusaders. I'm King Nico. We're live from Resistance headquarters. It is Monday, September 12th. So welcome, Luke James is here. Good to see you, Luke. So today, we've already gone over the Queen and that ritual of her death. So now we're going to go into what's going to happen now that the Queen is gone after a 70-year reign. So we got to take into consideration what happened in that last 70 years and when was the last time we had the changing of the guard, right? As you can say, when the royal died and the heir had to take over. So that was way back in 1952. So technology back then was just black and white TVs and radio. Good to see you, Rose. Also, Miss J7 is here. Says many places in San Diego are going cashless. Okay, so now we already have known about the New World Order for a long time. We know what they're going to do and trying to accomplish. What's up, Gavin? Mr. IMC. Blessings. Miss Laura is here. Hi. Yes, Sister Veronica. Good to see you. So we've known for a while what they want to achieve with their New World Order, with a cashless society, everything digital. And now we have the changing of the guard with the death of the Queen. And now we have the new King Charles III, which is basically 666 in Hebrew. And look at all the technology we have now. We're a long way away from black and white TV and radio. Blessings, Luke, and blessings, Joel. Sarah Bruto, what is up? Love you, sister. Shalom, everyone. Okay, so I got some videos lined up. I've obviously done a lot of decodes. There are so many numbers. I don't even have the time to compile all of the numbers and all of the coincidences, right? So let's get into it and have a good talk about it. Danielle's here. And Trevor. Okay, let's put on this video quick. So what's going to happen now? Let's take a look at it.
Sat on the throne for over 67 years. Queen Elizabeth II has sat on the throne for over 67 years, making her the longest reigning monarch in British history. But without seeming morbid or insensitive, at 93 years old, the logistical concerns of what exactly will happen when her reign ends are already being prepared for. There are many plans and procedures in place, and some excellent YouTube videos detailing these, but none have really examined what will happen to our money. Will our banknotes still be legal tender? And if so, for how long? And will Prince Charles start appearing on them? And when can we realistically expect this to happen? In this video, I'm going to make an educated guess by looking at previous examples from both here in the UK and other countries around the world. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. Let's start with the coins. To begin with, coins with the Queen on them will continue to be issued for the remainder of the year she dies, but all new coins from the following year onwards will feature Prince Charles, or rather King Charles.
Okay, sorry, quickly, so let me just get back on here. So this video, I think it's from a couple of years back, 2019, so it's really good. It's obviously a British guy did it. Sorry, what was I going to say? So yeah, so we already know the money's going to change no matter what. It's just how quick can it change? When was the last time you saw any coins or paper bills, notes that had King George VI on it? When was the last time you saw a coin that had Queen Victoria on it? Every time a new royal takes the throne, they immediately stop and remove the previous, their parent, which is their mother or their father, who was the king or queen. They remove it. They want to have their own face on the coin, on all the money. And that's exactly what Elizabeth did. King George's face was no longer in circulation. And yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. And King Charles is going to be no different. And the thing is, Queen Elizabeth reigned for 70 years, and we've already gone over all the bills and the nations that her face is currently on.
The palace doesn't comment on matters of the accession. It's widely believed that Prince Charles has already sat for these portraits, and likely updates them in preparation every few years. And on these new coins, he will face to the left, the opposite direction to the Queen. There's an interesting tradition that the direction the monarch faces must change with each new successor. As for the existing 30 billion coins with the Queen on them, they'll likely continue to be used for potentially many decades. We can look to the Queen's own accession to the throne as an indicator. When her father, King George VI, died, coins bearing his image stayed in circulation for almost 20 years. In fact, you could even find coins dating all the way back to Queen Victoria, which were now almost 100 years old.
Yeah, right.
Understandably very worn down. The only reason all the coins were then removed was because of decimalisation in 1971, when coins such as a sixpence and shilling were swapped for the pounds and pence we use today. So the Queen's coins would circulate alongside Prince Charles's indefinitely, until some kind of seismic change in our currency occurred. This would probably be the same in other countries whose coins also feature the Queen.
Yeah, and that seismic change is going to be digital currency. We are not in 1952 anymore. So yes, maybe some of the King George's coins were in circulation for an extra 20 years, and some of Queen Victoria's were still there, very rare, but they didn't have the technology to just remove money and make new ones, even though they did it anyway, but it took longer. We are now 70 years further into the future. Here we are, 2022, with the looming of digital currency, and this is the perfect excuse to unravel everything, right? Hello, Poonam. It's good to see you. And remember, this video from this guy is just theory. He made it in 2019. When the money was changed back then, any significant changes because of the decimals. Like England has the pound and pennies, but before there were shillings and sixpence. So once those got removed, like in Canada, we had the penny removed recently.
Canada and New Zealand, but Australia might very well take a different approach. There's been growing calls for Australia to become a republic in recent years.
God bless, Alicia.
I'm generally very fond of the Queen. The same can't be said for the monarchy as a whole. Many politicians, including former Prime Minister Julia Gillard, have said that they believe it would be an appropriate time for Australia to finally become a republic when the Queen's reign ends. So the Queen and future monarchs might just altogether disappear.
Hi, Dimitra. Hope you're having a good day.
Banknotes, however, is a little more open to debate. Like the coins, the banknotes issued for the remainder of the year will still feature the Queen, replaced by Prince Charles at the beginning of the next. But for now, I personally speculate there will be three likely scenarios. First up, a straight swap of portraits. Normally our banknotes are updated approximately every 15 years. The old paper £5 note, for instance, was released in 2002, and then today's polymer note 14 years later in 2016. It's therefore assumed that they'll be redesigned once again around the year 2030, give or take a few years. So if the Queen was to die soon, they might just keep the same notes, but replace her portrait with Charles's and let the two circulate simultaneously, as with the coins. So that's one option. But if the Queen were to die in 10 years or so, or much longer...
Okay, that's all theory. We can skip past this video now, right? So we're just going to get on to the next one.
Queen became a king. What happens to our money, our passports, if when will Queen's birthday become King's birthday?
Well, as Alexa Cook explains, some changes are already underway.
Cash, stamps, passports, and national anthems.
Thank you, Misty Wynn. Thank you so much. I love you.
The Queen is everywhere.
You can see the aging of the Queen as we go through the years.
70 years, in fact, which means new currency is now on the cards.
No, this is the most significant time ever, because in previous monarchs, the distribution system has not been as large as it is today.
All existing coins and banknotes with the Queen remain legal tender and will keep being issued until stocks run out. The Reserve Bank says it'll be several years before currency with King Charles III is introduced.
It's been a wonderful era for stamps and coins for her reign, and it's very sad that it's finally come to a close.
And when it comes to Britain's national anthem,
God save the Queen,
will soon be God Save the King, once King Charles III's accession to the throne is proclaimed. A more immediate change is in the courtroom.
Queen's Counsel, for example, now become King's Counsel, and that's the Lawyers and Conveyances Act. This system has been in play in terms of succession for well over 1,000 years in terms of the monarch.
Another change is Queen's birthday, held every June in New Zealand. The Department of Prime Minister and Cabinet told News Hub it will now be known as King's Birthday Weekend, but it will still be at the start of winter. Something that won't change yet is our passports.
I think it's good to see that the validity won't be affected, just because it mentions Her Majesty the Queen.
A Queen who's imprinted on many aspects of New Zealand life. Alexa Cook, News Hub.
Wow. So the perfect opportunity to reset the whole world, even the passports. So you saw even the passports are going to have to get a change. My eyes watering. Sorry. Let me stop this. Okay. So again, I'm just leading up to the big one here because people think that those are just theories, that they're going by what could be and what should be, but not taking into account that we are in the biblical end of days and the Antichrist is already here. And this King Charles III has waited 70 odd years to take the throne. So again, he is a king. He is the king. And what he says pretty much goes. And I'm going to get into it.
Elizabeth II appeared on the balcony of Buckingham Palace for her jubilee.
Check out the golden fallen angel statue.
National anthem, God Save the Queen. From now on, the words of the anthem will be God Save the King. The name of royal traditions will also change. We will no longer talk of the Queen's Guard, but of the King's Guard. The face of Charles III will now start to appear on Britain's currency. 4.5 billion banknotes are currently in circulation with the portrait of the Queen, comprising a total value of £80 billion. The notes will be replaced in less than 2 years.
£80 billion.
Realm countries will also have to change their currency, including New Zealand, Canada, Australia, and a number of Caribbean nations. Everything showing the insignia Queen Elizabeth II Regina as the Queen will change, such as stamps and the country's 100,000 letterboxes, but also on official buildings and uniforms of the armed forces and law enforcement. British passports given in the name of the Queen will also have to be updated. Many other items in daily British life will change for the first time in 70 years, including mugs, plates, and souvenirs. Thousands of products created in her image will also show the head of the new monarch.
Unbelievable. So this is heavy, very, very heavy. Again, in 70 years, these changes have not been done, and take into account the amount of technology that has taken over our earth in the last 50 years, in the last 10 years even, right? So the big changes are coming. The passport system, like travel, is going to be different. Like this is the perfect opportunity to roll out the digital system, right? And the tracking. Kathy Paquette says it's all good, going back to gold, back money. So listen, the Vatican has requested to have all their money pulled out of the world banks immediately and put straight into the Vatican bank. So they got a few $1 billion in the Federal Bank Reserve, and they are removing it currently. I want to bring up something. Let me see. Do I have any numbers here to show? So we know that King Charles became King Charles on September 8th, which is the Mother Mary's birthday, because Queen Elizabeth died on September 8th, which made him instantly the king. And that was 911 days from March 11th, the announcement of the pandemic. And then we have from Q's first post to that day was 1776 days. We have the Virgin Mary. September 8th is 1776. Queen Elizabeth II is dead is 201 and 666. Mary, Mother of God, 1098. So this is a number that's been coming up. A lot of people are looking at the end of September that things are going to change, something's going to happen. Everyone's feeling it in their souls. The ones that still have a soul are feeling it. So Mary, Mother of God. Order out of chaos is 1098. So from September 11th, 2001, which was the anniversary yesterday, 21 years ago, to September 26, 2022. So in 3 weeks' time, it will be 1098 weeks since 9/11. And I just showed you that 1098 is the Mary Mother of God, and the Queen Bee of the Hive, of the Masonic Freemason Hive, just passed on the Mary Mother of God's birthday, which is September 8th. Virgin Mary, September 8th, 1776. Right? And then order out of chaos, order ab chao is the motto. It's also 1098. So we're coming up on the 1098 weeks. The Federal Reserve Bank equals 1098 in reverse satanic. This is the end of cash, I'm telling you. Transformation equals 1098. 12 disciples equals 1098. And bloodline of Jesus equals 1098. Okay, so I want to bring up this story here from November 8th, 2016. Narendra Modi, India's prime minister. What happened was unbelievable. This guy took over every network station in the country and made a serious announcement that that everyone had in 3 hours' time, he was going to be making the 500 and 1,000 rupee notes illegal tender. So let's put this on and get into it. Let me see some of this quickly. I'm seeing September 24th also symbolizes 666. So yep, it's going to be 1098 weeks, and order out of chaos is 1098 since 9/11. Okay, Darlene is here. You made it. Welcome, Darlene. Lovely Darlene is here. Lovely Rose is also here. Mary isn't God's mother. Sorry, it's Jesus. Jesus and God are not the same person. Okay, Rosie. So everyone's entitled to their opinion. Thank you for that. Okay, let's get to this video and see what can actually happen. So this was 2016, November 8th.
To break the grip of corruption and black money, we have decided that the 500 rupee and 1,000 rupee currency notes presently in use will no longer be legal tender from midnight.
There's the 666 hand signs.
Holding
666.
of 500 or 1,000 rupees can deposit these notes in their bank or post office account from 10th November till close of banking hour on 30th December 2016 without any limit. There may be some who, for some reason, are not able to deposit their old 500s or 1,000 rupee notes by 30th December 2016. They can go to specific office of the Reserve Bank of India up to 31st March 2017 and deposit the notes after submitting a declaration form.
Okay, so that was what aired all over the country.
On November 8th, 2016, at 8:15
I don't know why it's doing that.
p.m., TVs across India flickered in unison. Dramas, cricket matches, and game shows were all replaced with the face of Prime Minister Modi. In this unscheduled surprise address, he announced the 500 and 1,000 rupee banknotes, worth about $7 and $14 respectively, would soon lose their status as legal tender. Without any monetary value, they would become nothing but pieces of paper.
Nothing but pieces of paper.
And all transactions. Soon meant in 3 hours and 45 minutes, effective immediately at midnight. And those 500 and 1,000 rupee bills constituted no less than 86% of all cash in circulation. It was as if the US president suddenly announced all $10 and $20 bills were worthless, only with a population 4 times bigger and far more reliant on cash.
Take this in.
The next few months were the result of a fascinating unintended experiment, as 1.3 billion people scrambled to replace their cash,
The government rushed to print new bills, and dozens of people died in the process.
People died.
India runs on cash. It's estimated that, measured by volume, 90 to 98% of all transactions in the country involve physical currency, and 85% of workers are paid in cash.
So take that in. So Narendra Modi took over every network where you were sitting at home, you were watching your sports, your hockey, boom, his face shows up and he's like, as of midnight tonight, he does the 666 hand gestures. He says those banknotes will be worthless, illegal tender. And there is 1 billion people in India. So you already saw the video. These people can do that. And let's look who Narendra Modi is, right? Narendra Modi is a World Economic Forum member. Just as King Charles, these people are all disgusting, all puppets, all evil overlords of this world. So they've already run that simulation, that whole test with the changing of the money, right? To different bills and removing bills in a nation with over 1 billion people. World Economic Forum. Oh, and you get ready because the currency is about to change big time. So here's Narendra Modi, member of the World Economic Forum, took over the networks in a nation of over 1 billion people and told them that their money will now be worthless in 3 hours' time. These people cannot be trusted. Not Narendra Modi, not Queen Elizabeth, not certainly King Charles III, right? Exactly, Rose. They are all dark lords, right? Internet Truth says if you live free life, sin-free life, evil will never see you. Yeah, unbelievable. So these things can happen, and it's about to happen by the end of this month on the 1098 weeks on the anniversary of 9/11, right? Incredible stuff. So the dollar crash equals 666. Money crash 726, which is the Antichrist number, because what is going on? They are ushering in the Antichrist. The queen bee of the hive, they've removed them. They removed her of the Masonic hive because they are the master builders of the New World Order, which they have now successfully finished and accomplished. It is ready. So the money needs to crash 726 for the Antichrist. 726, right? Get ready for digital evil overlord control of the money banking system. And the Vatican has already been removing their money. Where's that story of the Vatican removes money from the world banks? Yeah, where is the stories? Money from world banks. Yeah, they're removing the money and they're putting it into their own Vatican bank. They have their own bank, right? I don't know why it's not already in there. Let's see, I can't find it now. So yeah, Pope Francis instructs Vatican entities to move all funds to the Vatican bank. Insane. To move all funds to Vatican Bank by September 30th. And there's your dates, the 1098th week of... Okay, let's get back to it. So the Pope Francis instructs the Vatican entities to move all their money, which is a few, like $4.456 billion or pounds or euros, whatever the currency it is, to the Vatican Bank by September 30th. So September 30th is 1098 weeks from September 11th, 2001, because the start of the 1098 weeks is going to be September 26th, 27th, 8th, 9th, 30th, October 1st, 2nd, up to the 3rd. All right. Okay, let's see if anyone's got anything to say by September 30th, right? So Merry Freedom, good to see you saying we desperately need everyone to start using cash, right? But like I said, what can we do? They're just going to ban it, right? That's why I said, can it be banned? Can King Charles just make all cash with his mother's face on it illegal tender, right? Is that a possibility? We saw what Narendra Modi did, right? So I'm not saying that any of these things. I got people just saying there's different scenarios. So we're looking at the options here and the potential scenarios. So Darlene's birthday is October 3rd. It's going to be still, if I don't include or end date, so yeah, October 3rd will be 1098 weeks from 9/11. So money model says the entire system must end. So Rose Clark says hashtag September 30th, get ready. Hashtag the Vatican Bank. So Ruth Ballinger saying they are all part of the one world order. They are all part of the Illuminate. Okay. So how long has it been? 26 minutes. Okay, so another short video to get some of this information out. There's so much going on. Lots of changes happening. This is historical. So money model saying TMH is in control. Rose Holloway saying, imagine a world where you didn't have to pay mortgage, you didn't have to pay for PG&E, and you didn't have to pay for water. It's going to happen in our lifetime, and you heard it here first. So thank you for that, Rose. Yep, they are all Antichrist. Okay, I could show you. So let's see. So 1098, 12 disciples, 1098, bloodline of Jesus. Sorry, blood of Jesus, bloodline of Jesus. Sorry, bloodline of Jesus, 1098. Who else is there? So 1098, bloodline of Jesus. We got Justin. Oh, wow, I can't spell right now. Justin Trudeau. Canada's current Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, is also 1098. Who else was there? Like I said, I told you before, the list goes on. When I saw the list for 1098, I'm just like, oh God, this is the one. So it's coming up, all these fools. There was Justin Trudeau, there was a bunch of them. Okay, let's match it and go through the list. So order out of chaos. So that's why the list is massive, but there's a bunch of these politicians. It's all here. So it's like I said, when you do the gematria and you try and go through all the codes, it's yeah, it takes a lot of time and effort to go through it. But yeah, they are all Antichrist. I definitely agree. I've seen it with my own eyes through the gematria, through all the codes. Biblical end of days. Yeah, Miss Mary Freedom, the JT thing. Yes, I know. 1098, crazy. So order out of chaos is coming. We know their plans, but we do not agree. So yeah, cover yourselves in the blood of Yeshua. Whew. All right, so I'm gonna quickly have a sip. So does anyone else have anything else, any theories going on about the money? I think J7 said San Diego has already gone cashless, and a big chunk of that city. David George saying when? Saying we're looking at the end of the month, so from September 26th to October 3rd. Castro equals 1098. Wow. Yeah, Rose says the numbers never lie. God does win. We are winning, no matter what the Antichrists of this world are doing right now, no matter what money system they want to go through. God will guide us and protect us. We are the crusaders of the resistance. So we have our whole armor of God on, and we will withstand the wiles of the devil because we have submitted ourselves to God, and the devil will flee from us. So David George is saying Amazon just bought out digital money. So, and Kim, hi Kim. Kim says hello, beautiful warriors. Amen. Rose. Darlene saying that quick. What's that quick? Darlene. Yeah, everything's happening fast. There's no time to just do anything. It's just everything's flying through. The only people that have anything on point are these evil Antichrist warlords, because they've been trying to succeed at this for thousands of years. Exactly. The serpent was promised that he would eat dust all the days of his life. So J7 says there are signs and billboards and big corporate stores claiming no more cash. Yep, cash running out. Federal Reserve Bank is 1098. Transformation, we're going through a transformation, 1098. The Federal Reserve Bank and reverse satanic is 1098. Okay, so I think I'm going to end it there. Quickly, Kim is saying, so what's going to happen with our seniors? Nico, like a lot of them don't have phones, and if they go with a credit score, where will all the money go that people have saved? See, that's what we have to consider. They already went through some kind of change in India after Narendra Modi did that, and people had in the millions had to rush and exchange their money, and people actually died trying to accomplish that. So thank you, Rose. Hashtag Crusaders of the Resistance. Need to figure out a barter system. Okay, yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I shared what I had to. There'll be more videos coming. So please like, comment, subscribe, whatever it takes to help the algorithm and get the information out there. And here's Chanel Brown. Good to see you. Yes, Crusader family. Yeah, the death of cash to cryptocurrency. An underground room or vault beneath a church uses a chapel or burial place. So okay, so guys, join me, add me on Facebook. It's up here in the top here. So I'm constantly posting stuff there. Instagram is all right, but I get the Facebook's going pretty well now. And the Pomeranian Resistance is, they're both here lying down, waiting to go for their evening walk. So I'm gonna sign off now. It's amazing being here, sharing everything with you. Message me, contact me. Let's keep the truth out there and help each other. Thank you, Many Models. Great work. Planet Fitness is not taking cash anymore. See, it's already happening. So give it a couple more weeks. We'll stay in touch. Until then, enjoy your evening, and I love you all, and take care.